have returned once again today to actually do a live stream of JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean. Which are good to go as well. So yes, we're actually now reaching the tail end of Part 1 of Stone Ocean. Put myself a bit more forward. And yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough that this adaptation has been perfect so far. It's actually literally pitch perfect, every single thing about it. Voice acting's amazing. The entrances of all the characters have been amazing as well. Pucci's entrance just now was just, oh, it was nice. I was slightly worried considering they actually changed the voice actor from Jojo Nakata to the voice actor for Gilgamesh in Fate, which is, I guess it kind of still is a bit on brand still. They're both characters from Fate, but still. I was kind of worried. I was like, because I've heard his voice this whole entire time. It's actually just kind of ingrained in my soul, hearing Jojo Nakata as Pucci. But no, he's actually really good as Pucci as well. So I was a bit hesitant, but then I also have faith in every single time they change the voice actor in Jojo, considering they actually do an amazing job with it. It's not as if just kind of pluck a voice actor out of nowhere. They actually do, in theory, like, properly cast the character. That's why I kind of like about their productions and the production team behind JoJo is that every single character is perfectly cast. It's not that you're like, oh shit, why didn't we get the original guy back or original voice actress back? No, it works and also improves the character a lot. And I think Pucci needs more. He needs more time. Don't get me wrong, because he's just been introduced. But I feel like I thought he's gonna have like an amazing run in this part, to be honest. Because he's gonna be even better than he was in the manga, which actually is an accomplishment because he actually is my favorite character as well. Well, one of them at least. I think it's probably top 2. It's really hard to pinpoint my favorite characters in Stone Ocean. There's so many. Honestly, it's way too many. Alright, so watching. Probably gonna do episode 9 and 10 today and 11 and 12 tomorrow. I think, because if I do 4 more episodes today, I probably will like I probably will just kill over and pass out for the rest of the week. I won't be able to actually survive. I still got to do I still got to do Jojo'S Reincarnation and Kimetsu no Yaiba this weekend as well, which is going to be an accomplishment. Good lord, haven't done as much anime in a short space of time in my life. Anywho, let's actually start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. But it's actually starting Pucci as well. My most best boy. I love him so much. He's so cool. Yeah, he's really good. He's amazing. It is a little bit used to, because I actually heard Jojo Nakata's the whole entire time, but it still works. He's so cool. He's so cool. That's not the committee, that's a fucking he's like, oh shit, it's the bows. It's the bows. It's like, sir, I don't think that's the committee, that's a fucking that's a table. Unless he means the committee being the table of the actual of the House of the Lord, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's a very novel concept for a antagonist, well, I guess character of JoJo, theoretically speaking, to actually have a man the Lord to be that kind of guy, who actually kind of should in theory be justice himself, the actual voice of God himself through person, but in theory he just kind of like just smacked a girl's head against a table instead and actually went, yeah, evil, and called it a day. But I can't say anything else. The man's just so goddamn cool. I love him to bits. He's just the coolest guy in the world. I love him. I don't know how to explain it, but the man's got the swag of all JoJo. That's the thing. If you watch my manga reactions, you know that he's like, he just encompasses all the coolness of JoJo up this whole entire point into one character. I got to also say that he's doing an amazing job as his voice actor as well. Gilgamesh's voice actor actually does bring to life really damn well as well. Again, it's weird hearing a priest in an anime series or manga series or game series and actually not be Jojo Nakata, but at the same time, it still works. He still works. He still works. I got to admit, I do actually love him to bits. It's a bit to get used to, considering again I've heard Jojo Nakata's whole entire time, but I feel like I'm actually gonna like get used to it almost immediately as well. It's FF. My brain ceases all functions when I see FF. I wouldn't you trust FF? FF is precious. Attentive escape is one way of looking at it. You do not want to take FF's cup. FF needs the water. Too late. I adore FF so much. I adore FF so much. FF is just like the coolest. I also kind of like that FF is like the only, like, I guess one of them, or possibly the only stand that she doesn't really fight for good or evil, just fought for their own sense of like survival in a way. It's kind of interesting considering there's always been this idea that someone's fought for something, but in this case, it's just the idea that just fight for their own existence. Placing bets in a JoJo. Yo, she got the bills though. She do be having the bills though. At least you're actually not betting people's souls like last time though. Gambling away people's souls is pretty much a bad idea. Kind of do wish like a descendant of Darby would actually come back at some point. That'd be kind of cool. I just really miss Darby's arc from part 3. It's probably my favourite one besides Whole Horse's arc. Now starts the most intense game of catchball in the world. We had first originally the most intense game of rock paper scissors in part 4, and now we actually had the most intense game of not rock paper scissors, catchball. Oh, the reflexes. It's fine, to be honest. I've seen people actually hit worse and actually survived it in JoJo, to be honest. Everyone in part 5 just be screaming in the corner like, I was half my blood tank and actually still survived. Everyone just built like a goddamn don't even know how to explain it. Everyone's a blood fountain in part 5. Part 6 JoJo is like, a flesh wound. Ah, fuck. Actually do be there's a whole lot of fire bills though. In today's economy, it'd be like what, 900, like £800, I think, around that. I think I can do math properly. I do kind of appreciate that it's like less blood fountains in part 6, and more like body horror. Because part 5 was body horror and goddamn blood fountains constantly. Like, how did anyone survive this fight? At least this time around, everyone's like, well, I will keep my blood just in case. I need that. Once again, the most intense game of goddamn catchball in the world. So you don't need stands to have an intense fight. It's very true. You actually don't need stands to actually have an intense fight in JoJo. Honestly, it's actually like the most in-depth game of just throwing a ball in the world. No. Say quick, use your foot. That's how you do it. Just ricochet the foot and just go like that around and somehow survive it. FF is so adorable. I was gonna say she kind of violated the rules, I guess, to an extent. Yo, it's just like goddamn Moody Blues. So let's be real. There's no way in hell she wouldn't be a stand user in the end. Who has a kind of crazy ass game of catchball without being a stand user? Did she just take her spleen? I think she did, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, she's just got fucking stabbed through the stomach. She's like, fuck me, I guess. That's liver, not a spleen. Close enough. Okay, so how do they fix this scenario? Like, is this your liver back, Maze? Just carry on. It's like, yeah, sure, why not? She does remind me a little bit of Derby, to be honest. The mannerisms kind of remind me a lot of Derby a little bit. She got boob stabbed and also then her liver stolen as well. She's probably got hit the worst so far. She probably hit the worst, I think. That's a good point. That's always the caveat involved. If only I was invincible, my stand wasn't. I do honestly love this part so much because it has like the world's craziest stand fights in the world. This is the times in which you wish you ate carrots. Eat your greens. See, this is actually kind of cool as well. The idea of utilizing the darkness. It's actually kind of neat the way it's done. Because it's utilizing the idea of perspective. You actually don't know anyone where anyone is. Because theoretically speaking, the only direction you actually have is the voice. You don't have anything else, and stuff like that's actually kind of cool. Because it kind of bends with the rules of how you're meant to stage a scene. Because you can't actually stage a scene if you don't know where the person is. So stuff like that's actually kind of neat. It's all about perspective, bro. It's actually kind of cool. Oh shit. Oh shit. It also does go back to the whole entire idea of that White is actually quite threatening for literally just being there, essentially. Like, he's not there consciously all the time. It's just like the way that he's spoken about and everything like that adds tension to the entire thing. It's kind of cool because it's one of those things you don't see too often. The idea of actually how to handle an antagonist in that way, because 9 out of 10 times always have the antagonist appear, and always adds kind of threat levels to the whole entire thing. It's rare when you get an antagonist that isn't always there and actually is still threatening. The whole entire idea that someone actually can, in theory, make these people into stand users, actually make them really threatening and quite deadly, proves to us the prowess that Whitesnake actually has as a character. It's stuff like that is actually really well done. God damn it. Like, sir, one of our friends is missing a liver right now. Second, I was like, is that Abuto from Gintama? it's gonna be some caveat involved. Be like, no, bro, actually. Huh. Wait a minute. Hold a second. Hold up a second, though. That's the thing. Hold up a second here. There you go. You're literally fighting like the best JoJo in the world. Of course, you have to be on your toes, bro. Gotta be on your toes, bro, the entire time. Let's see Hermes is doing fine though. Like barely, but she was doing fine. Missing a liver and also missing part, like got boob stabbed as well. She's so fucking cool, I swear to God. Literally. I love that. It's just like she's out of commission. It's like, yeah, no shit. She got fucking annihilated at the end. Jesus Christ, she got annihilated by those balls. I mean, yeah. Again, it's one of those things that it's props to Araki for being able to actually write an episode, or write a part of JoJo Part 6 that primarily just has a game of throwing a ball around, and actually it still be really fucking tense. Don't get me wrong, it's been proven already that Araki can do this, because there's been fights in JoJo that have been tense as hell without actually utilizing a stand or a minimal idea of a stand. Don't be wrong. At the end of it, we actually saw her stand, so it does become a stand fight. But at the same time, it's neat that for the most part, the whole entire episode was just dedicated to a catchball game that was fucking threatening as hell. Like, you were just like, oh shit, they're gonna drop the ball. What's gonna happen here? You saw what happened, and it actually adds more tension to the whole entire battle itself. Stuff like that is crucial to understanding why this part's so good, because it takes everything that Araki's learned this whole entire time from parts 1 to 5 and applies it to this part to actually kind of make the definitive version of things he's actually kind of already established beforehand. It actually is kind of nice to actually see it kind of come to fruition, because the tension is palpable in this episode. I was like, holy shit, what's going to happen if they drop the ball? And we saw what happened, so there you go. But at the same time, it's props to Araki for actually being able to actually do that. Certain times you can't actually be able to one up your writing prowess because the thing you've written is so goddamn fucking amazing that it's impossible. But Araki does it. The man's does it like every single time. I can't stress enough that he's an amazing writer as well as an artist, because he just does it, bro. He just does it. And yeah, I just also really love love Jolene so much. She's so amazing. She's one of those characters that just every single time she does anything, I'm like, I love you. And then, on top of everything else, we also have Whitesnake as well. As I said beforehand, I like that Whitesnake isn't present within the narrative too much. I mean, we've seen bits and bobs of him. We also then seen Pucci as well. So we actually kind of got a grounds for characters and actually establishments of characters. But at the same time, they don't need to be there to be threatening. They don't need to be there to be like, well, shit, we've got to take him down right now, because every single scene they're in, or every single scene they're mentioned, adds more attention to why we hate them and subsequently then want them defeated. I mean, in most cases, 9 out of 10 times, the establishing shot of the antagonist or anything else in JoJo always tells us that we're meant to fear this character, meant to be like, okay, I get it, this person is the antagonist, or something like that. And after that point, they keep on appearing, and certain things start to actually come to fruition. It makes us understand to why we hate them. But the way it's done here is actually quite notable, because at the same time, we have already a stake at hand, the idea of Jotaro, and the idea of actually getting Jotaro's disc back. There's also point proven there that Whitesnake needs to go down. But at the same time, everything else they've done adds more to that, the idea of creating stand users. Don't get me wrong, beforehand it was the arrow that was causing all this to happen. The arrow was one of those things you're like, oh shit, the arrow needs to kind of be taken out, because otherwise we're going to have like stand users that are going to like legitimately destroy the entire universe. That's why part 4 had so much stakes at hand. But here, the idea that you actually can in theory create these stand users, actually then subsequently then send them out to actually then defeat Jolene and everyone like that, and every single time the tension's risen each time, proves to us how fearful his character actually truly is. And stuff like that's really fucking cool, because again, he's not there. We're not directly shown a lot of the time him becoming the, well, not him becoming, but him making the stand users themselves all the time. But at the same time, it's one of those things that just because of the way it's explained to us, the way it's actually kind of shown, it does go along to actually kind of tell us, fuck me, that's a fearful dude. That's a fearful dude right there. So yeah, I can't wait to see what else this part does do. I believe now we're heading into, the final arc of part 1, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't wait, because I believe one of my favorite characters actually comes out at this episode as well. So today we'll do episodes 9 and 10, tomorrow we'll do 11 and 12, because if I do 4 more episodes today, I probably will cease all motor functions in my brain, because I've consumed only JoJo this whole entire week, and my brain is literally on the verge of collapsing. I haven't done this much JoJo in my life since part 1 to 3 marathon before part 4 aired, and that was an intense experience. So yeah, little while later, I'll probably do episodes 10. So do be on the lookout for that. Actually have enjoyed this whole entire stream. If you have, then as always, do leave a like. It does help quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and as always, do leave a sub as well. That's helped quite a bit. Also, if you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and as always, do leave a follow on Twitter as well. That's helped quite a bit. Actually, will then know when new streams are live and any other streams I do as well. So until next time, with some more JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean. See you guys then. Bye for now.